Good morning and welcome to our Thursday. It's actually about 2 minutes to 8 at the moment. I'm actually vlogging with the back door open and it's flipping freezing because it's just so dark. I think even if I pull the blind up, it's still going to be too dark for vlogging. It's drizzling, misty. The mist is just not going. I don't know what's going on with the weather at the moment. My daughter came home yesterday with tendinitis in her shoulder in terrible pain. I have got to ring the doctors now, try and get her an appointment. That's the system here. You can ring up the day before, but if they've run out of appointments, you've got to just ring back at 8 o'clock and fight it out with everybody else that's ringing at exactly the same time in the morning. And you just got to keep ringing until you can get through and get an appointment for the day. So I'm going to do that now. Wish me luck. Don't know how many times to just keep trying this. No, busy again. Well, it took me about 20 minutes to get through. I was doing repeated dialing about every minute in between putting crockery away and things like that, and was getting the engaged tone, but eventually got the answer phone machine, and then it was like, you are in queue position number 2, and waited and waited, and finally got her a phone back appointment. I said, I think she needs to be seen in person, really. I think they could do with having a look at her and, you know, trying a few things out, getting her to move her arm around and see how she is with it. I don't want to wake Izzy up because she's exhausted from overwork, which is her own doing, but there we are. And they might not call back for hours, but then if they call back now, she's going to be all groggy and get woken up, but I don't think they'll ring for hours. So I'm going to take a risk on it. It's about 9:25 now. I've actually had a call back from the doctor already and had to go into Izzy's room and say, Izzy, the doctor's on the phone, wake up. And she went, I'm already awake. So it was alright. So we had a 3-way conversation. She is probably not going to get seen today. They do want her to be seen by the physio, but don't know when. But we're going to get another call back to arrange an appointment for that. 10 to 11 now, just put a wash on. Been having a bath and air wash, got my vlog up, and I've just sat down with my diary and looked at my list and kind of got things in working order for today. And it's time for cup of coffee number 2. And I've just realised it's Advent. We can start our calendars today, and we decided we would start it together. Sure, but I think I might have got some packages from Amazon with a neighbour, because I had an email from Amazon saying they've left it with a neighbour. So I went to knocking. First person wasn't in. My immediate neighbour has moved out, so there was nobody there. I knocked the other side and there were 2 packages, and I got them in and I looked at them and it said Isabel's name on both of them, so it was something that she'd ordered. So I don't know where mine are, but I'll have to go out and try and track them down today. I need to go up and get started on my list, and the first thing is an invoice actually. I need to make one. There was just a very loud knock at the door, and a very bright and breezy young lady was there delivering Amazon parcels, ever so chatty and friendly. Isabel's just come up. I heard a tap on the door and this rustling noise, and I knew it could only be one thing. Where's number 1 then? Where's number 1? Oh, there it is. Apparently we both had the exact same calendars last year. I forgot. Izzy remembered. Have you got a picture on yours? No picture. Oh, when I was little, they didn't have chocolates, but they did have pictures. Well, we've got a Christmas tree. Oh, it's Frosty the Snowman. These are all the same, basically.
They're kind of boring, but they got me.
Oh my goodness, that took me so long to do that poster. It's 1 o'clock now. Cringe, cringe. I did get a little bit distracted because I had a message from somebody about my new camera. Not this one, because this is the borrowed one, but the other one that's getting fixed, and he was giving me lots of good advice about lenses. So I did take a bit of time to make a note of that and reply and stuff. But anyway, I'm really hungry now. It's time for lunch. Oh, and the physio, well, no, the receptionist rang from the GP, and Izzy's got an appointment tomorrow morning at 10:30, so I'm going to go and break the news to her now, because that's only just come in. And oh, I've been doing paperwork online, so not paper, electronic stuff, permission, consent forms for stuff for college. I'm going to weird you all out now, so I'm doing my usual thing, frying up bits of vegetables and some chickpeas and stuff, but I'm going to add in the dollop of mashed potato left over from last night that's been in the fridge, and it's going to be one great big enormous dollop basically, but I think it's going to be a nice dollop. It's like a waste not want not dollop, but it's very tasty. I've had a nibble. It's a bit like bubble and squeak, I suppose, but with mash. Just eaten, a bit too much really, but I did eat it all, crammed it in. Shouldn't have really, but anyway, I'm going to go out and see if I can track down that prescription of mine now that I haven't had for about a month. I have my prescription. I can't believe it after all these weeks. I've popped into the works because I'm going to buy somebody a jigsaw puzzle for a Christmas present. I'm back! Isabel is wrapping up some of her Christmas presents in the front room, and I am about to hang out some washing, and then I've got something I need to get on with. Izzy's been getting very, very creative. Look at this. flaps for putting Christmas cards and things in. Very impressive. Izzy's offered to do some wrapping for me too. I said she could do IB's birthday present that's sitting here. There you go, love, look, you can use the star one. I've just really annoyed myself. I was just in the works. I was just in the flipping works. And I needed to buy a little flexible ring binder for my latest folder, which I'm just about to sort out now. Do I want to go back out to the works? Not really, no. I'm gonna have a rummage in the cellar, see what I can find. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swap that one for one in the cellar that's got a flexible one on it, because the contents of that one can go in there now, because I'm not carting it around anymore. I've had a little bit of an idea for our Christmas gig coming up. I was playing in Inducci Jubilo, is that how you pronounce that, the other day on the recorder, and Dan just joined in straight away. It's totally in our comfort zone, because it's really like a jig that we normally play. So Dan was straight in there with the backing, and I thought, I bet there are other Christmas carols and things in that rhythm. So I'm just Googling Christmas carols in 6/8, and yeah, quite a few have come up. So I think I'm going to make a little medley in folk music friendly keys, because I think IB will just take to them like a duck to water, and so will Dan. So this is my cunning plan, right? So you know the Mike Oldfield in Inducci Jubilo, maybe you don't. Here's a snip of it. Hopefully I don't get done for copyright for that. I mean, it's old. But anyway, so I'm going to start off with that one in a different key actually, sounding like this. Da -da, da -da, da -da, da -da, da -da, followed by Sussex Carol in a different key, so it sounds a bit different. Right, that's enough of that. And last of all, it's going to go into I Saw Three Ships back in the original key. Da -da, da -da, da -da, da -da, da -da, da. And that should be easy. The missing parcels just turned up. A lady with a baby in her arms just came and knocked on the door. She had them right at the other end of the street. So yay, got those. Meanwhile, I've been trying to remind myself how the verse to Gaudete goes, because I actually forgot one of the lines, like the tune of it, in the rehearsal, which was very surprising. So I'm going to have a little listen to Steeleye Span on YouTube now. IB's actually going to turn up because he's doing a site visit in the area, so he's going to pop in and see how Isabel's getting on any minute now. So when the door knocked just now and it was the parcels, I thought it was him, and I went rushing down. Ex Maria Virgine Gaudete. I'm sure that's meant to be Virgine, but you see, we're kind of doing a homage to Steeleye Span, and that's how they pronounced it. Tempus adit gratiae hoc adapta opta bamus. I got to get my lips around the Latin again. I've just been listening to it on there, a really ancient record version, all crackly. Tempus adit gratiae, gratiae, hoc opta bamus, opta bamus, bamus. I've written all little phonic thingies on here to remind me. Mundus renovatus est a Christo regnante. Gaudete, gaudete, Christus est natus, ex Maria Virgine gaudete, eze caelis porta. Oh, speaking of the porter, there's somebody knocking on our porter right now at BIB. 10 to 6 now. I've been turning this into this so I can actually understand it clearly. We've been getting a bit confused in rehearsal with these scraggy notes. They're a bit vague in places, but all sorted now. I've been listening to the original. There he is, the guy, Stop the Cavalry guy, and just very carefully making a note of how many bars everything is, and well, just notating the tuney bits. My boyfriend did come over as he said he would. I had a cup of tea, half a pastel de nata, which I shared with him. Well, I shared one with him, so we had half each. I'm probably going to go and cook stew shortly. 7:20 at night, and we have utter carnage happening in the front room. Look at Izzy's wrapping though. You probably can't see this because it's blending in too much because she's used the wrapping paper, but she's made an actual bow, like an origami bow, out of the wrapping paper here. And these bits here are grooves for slotting in things. Oh, there we are. There's another one there, look. That one's got a whale on it that she's made. She said she'd broken out the origami. There's the evidence. And I've been getting creative too in the kitchen. Well, not that creative, but you know, I've been making stew, haven't I? Corn chunks in there, lots of veggies. And some of these from Lidl, the Spanish like little mini macaroni things. We're gonna sit down and eat fairly soon because that's nearly cooked, and we're gonna enjoy a nice meal together. But thank you so much for watching this video. Could you please give it a like if you happen to like it? And if you'd like to watch more videos from me, do subscribe below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.